The countdown continues. We like our Knight Rider music to go underneath this. We are 13 days away from puck drop. Remember Knight Rider?
Kit, come in.
Yeah,
here.
Kit.
Gotcha.
Oh, what a show. Oh, it gives me the warm fuzzies. I loved it so much.
We're dating ourselves, though, aren't we?
It's okay.
It's okay.
There's people out there who know what we're talking about. Two-time Olympic gold medalist, TSN Hockey analyst, Cheryl Pounder. How was your summer, by the way?
My summer was fabulous. Had some time off and got to just be an Uber driver, travel around, watching my kids play sports, which is what they love, their passions. So got a nice break.
Did they actually pay you and tip you?
Well, yeah. In my dreams, they just keep asking for money, Jay. That's why I'm here.
I understand. Well, we're happy that you are here. And we're coming out of that Sens Ottawa game, or that Sens Habs matchup that you were part of our broadcast on TSN. And Juraj Slafkovsky, last year's #1 overall pick, scores a goal. It's great to see. There's still so much pressure on this kid. And the thing that gets me, Cheryl, he doesn't turn 20 till next March.
Yeah.
Why are we putting any pressure on this kid? Why isn't he in? He should still be in junior. Forget about the AHL.
You know, that first-round draft pick and the expectation that goes with it, and it's kind of hand in hand, and it's really tough for a guy like Slafkovsky, because when you think about first-round draft picks, you're thinking about this high-end skill, which he does have, obviously, a ton of skill, but you're thinking that speed, that flash, and that's not what he's presenting right now. So he needs to follow his identity, and part of that is the way he can shield the puck, and it's going to be getting to spaces at the right time, and that's really critical for him, because it's not about his foot speed. And Marty St. Louis did say earlier, I can't buy this kid confidence and hand it to him, and he's got to find it himself, and you get that from finding success. But I love what Marty did say about him helping him find it, teaching him how to get more puck touches, which means getting to the right places at the right times, like he did tonight.
Yeah.
And because of that, he was able to get on the board. You could see him getting to soft spots on the ice, in behind the play. And then all of a sudden you see him drive coming off of that, right?
Yeah.
Because confidence is elevating. And so for a young kid, what's between the ears, it allows you to present your true skill set. So I think obviously time, some patience, but I think he certainly earned some confidence tonight.
But do you think he belongs in the NHL?
Well, I think that's the big question right now. And tonight he did look like he belonged out there, because all of a sudden you were seeing him move his feet. You saw him drive. You saw him shield. You saw him do different things that you saw at the Olympic Winter Games or even at the World Juniors. And sometimes that's going to take time. So it's got to be about putting him in the right place to be successful and allowing him to keep his passion. And I know that Marty St. Louis is a guy that says, I never thought of it as failure. I talked about it as being learned opportunities. So I think this is a really critical space for Slafkovsky, just making sure he holds on to that passion, maintains his confidence and elevates, but continues to learn.
Could still play in the World Juniors this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Calgary Flames signed Mikael Backlund to that 2-year extension. Then they name him the captain. I like this. I'm a broken record about the Adam Lowry thing. I think that was brilliant. Yeah. I love the character captains. And that's exactly what Mikael Backlund is, right?
Oh, I'm giving you that story. I'm doing it. Oh, sorry. Can you tell the season's starting, getting passionate again
pumped.
here? I'm
You're
getting pumped
excited.
up. Yeah, because I love this. I think this was the only pick. And not just because he's an undisputed leader, and speaking with Craig Button, and they do come in all sizes, right?
Yeah.
And different volumes in terms of what you say and how you say it and the timing. When you have a guy that's been there for 15 years, 908 games, he's invested within the community, and he elects to stay in Calgary, and the message that sends in and of itself under new management, he's a guy that can play the PK. He's going to block shots. He's going to play that hard-nosed defensive side of the game, and that's exactly what you need in a leader. And so for me, this was the only option, and they got it right.
Mackenzie Weegar said he got kicked out of a game the other day. He said Backlund was the first guy to come talk to him about it. He's not afraid. I think Craig Conroy said it. He's not afraid to have difficult conversations with his teammates.
That's part of it. And I think if you want to grow and you want to excel and you want to have a high-performance team in anything that you do, whether it's our work, whether it's within a dressing room, whether it's on the ice, you have to demand excellence from one another, and there's a way you go about it. And true leaders know how to interact differently with each player on their team, and Mikael Backlund isn't afraid to challenge, and that's what you want.
And he's been there long enough. He knows those personalities in the room. Now, representatives for Patrick Kane, that would be the creative artists agency, put out a video on social media on Wednesday showing him skating around, looking terrific. And Darren Dreger reported multiple teams are indeed interested in the 34-year-old future Hall of Famer. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be after the hip surgery despite that? Looks like he's coming back fine. So here's the game I'm going to play with you. We know everybody's up against the cap. We get that. let's pretend the cap doesn't exist. Let's make Alan Walsh really happy for one day. And let's ask you, cap aside, where's the best fit for Patrick Kane?
I like Colorado.
Yeah.
I like the West. And you know Patrick Kane wants a cup contender. And I thought that Colorado would be stronger last year, so they're on a rebound, right? They're on that rebound year, in my opinion. And, you know, not only do they have the back end, we know what they've got with Makar and Taves and Girard and Byram, but you've got a certain guy, I don't know, a Nathan McKinnon up there that's looking pretty good himself. And the key point here, too, is you have Landeskog that's going to be hitting LTIR, right? The question mark is whether he is going to come back, likely not. And so this could be a perfect spot for Patrick Kane, who's got the magic hands, the gift to distribute, to open up space for the likes of some of that elite talent. So I can see that wholeheartedly, but it will be interesting because with technology today and the way that training happens, you know, these guys can get back to form after having major injuries. We've seen it. Yes, he's 34 years of age, but he is Patrick Kane. So I expect a lot of people and a lot to be humming and buzzing around him.
Back to the Western Conference. Sounds pretty good. Cheryl, this is so fun having you on the show.
It's always fun. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.